Hello everyone, and welcome back to DMG. Today, we're doing another projector teardown, but first, I do have a couple things to say. First of all, thank you to everyone who is subscribed to the channel. It helps me out a lot. It helps grow the channel if you subscribe. For example, yesterday, I bought a new microphone, and I couldn't have done that without your help. So with the new mic, please let me know if you like it, if you don't like it, if there's anything I need to do, because I'm still figuring out, sound setup, positioning, all of that stuff with a mic that doesn't suck. So please let me know if you've got any questions, comments, that sort of thing, down in the comments below. Second of all, I wasn't really satisfied with the last projector teardown because I thought there was one way a projector could work. Turns out there's 3 ways a projector could work, so I explained everything wrong. I went into it thinking I knew a lot, but it turns out I knew literally nothing. So, again, I wasn't really satisfied with that. So before this video, I knew this was a DLP-based projector because, well, it says right there. So I did about an hour of research, actually, into how DLP projectors work. So hopefully now I will be able to thoroughly explain everything that's going on inside here, so that'll be a better experience for you, hopefully. But without any further ado, let's get into this thing, quite literally, in fact. This is an NEC NP110 projector. It's about 14 years old. There isn't too much wrong with it, actually. But it uses DLP technology, and that's why I want to disassemble it. I want to, well, first of all, investigate how DLP works, because I'm still not convinced that this isn't just a box of magic that's making the pixels. And hopefully I can explain to you how DLP works in the process, since it is quite fascinating. I've already taken the screws out of the body just to accelerate the process of opening it on camera, and also so I don't have to edit out like 5 minutes of me unscrewing things. Haven't opened it yet. First thing to open is, of course, the lamp door. You have a pretty standard projector lamp in here. It uses an NP13 LP lamp, and there are, I believe, a ton of NEC projectors that use it. And I'm taking this out just to show you there's nothing special about this lamp. It is just a standard xenon-based, or maybe halogen, mercury, some noble gas inside a box that makes light. And this isn't the part that makes DLP so interesting. So this will make a lot more sense later. I just wanted to show you that this is a normal lamp, clear up any suspicion. Now, let me, well, that was quite easy. Now, the last projector I tore down was 3 LCD based, which, as the name suggests, it has 3 LCD screens around a prism, and different color of light passes through each screen before going through the prism and out the lens, and it's LCD like a calculator screen, so by changing brightness of pixels in the area where that color is not present, it can omit certain colors in certain areas from the image, and that's how it works. DLP, however, is very, very different, and in fact does not use LCD or LED screens at all. It doesn't even use a display. It uses mirrors and a magical spinning wheel of death, and I'm going to demonstrate that to you right now. Now, I've never been inside a DLP projector. I've repaired a couple DLP TVs, but never a projector. So along the lamp, well, this is round and along the lamp path, so I'm going to assume this is what we're looking for. Are you what I'm looking for? Oh, yes, you are. Now, you may be wondering what this colorful magic disc is. And first time I worked on something DLP based, I was as well. I'll need to explain how DLP overall works. DLP is developed by Texas Instruments. I should add that because it's an interesting fact. And it's based on digital mirrors, which is just absolutely insane. Mirrors that can be switched on and off by electric current. The actual mirrors, I believe, are under here, and that's what that big heatsink is for. This projector's native resolution is 800 by 600, so that means there are 4,800 tiny mirrors under there. But how do mirrors turn this light into an image? And at first, I was very curious of that as well, so I did some reading. And it appears it's all down to very careful timing. The controller board knows what color this wheel is showing, since it only lets one color at a time of light go from the lamp onto the mirrors. And only the mirrors that are showing that color in the image turn on, and they adjust the reflectiveness so they reflect certain amounts of the color currently showing up onto the screen. Now, it may seem like, wouldn't the eyes be able to see that? Like, that's not a thing you can just do, right? Well, this spins at 7,200 RPM. So that means it makes 120 full rotations every second. And considering a full rotation has 4 colors, that means it switches colors 480 times a second, and that is far too fast for the human eye to see. The mirrors in here are fed by a chip that turns every video frame into 4 frames. So that means, well, I suppose one for every color. So that means if you're playing 60 FPS video into this thing, it's actually generating 240 different images a second and throwing those up on screen. And it tricks our brain into thinking that these different colored flashes are one image. So let me give you a quick recap. Let's say I'm showing an image that is half yellow and half blue. The chips in here will know when the wheel is rotated to the position where it will show yellow. And it'll only turn on, let's say, the right half of the screen, which has yellow. And then it rotates to the next color on the color wheel, blue, and the blue side lights up because the mirrors on the yellow side get switched off. So it only reflects blue onto the image. And now what's the clear one for, you may ask? And it appears that some older DLP systems included a clear segment to, and I quote, increase brightness at the cost of color saturation. And that makes sense. If you're literally just throwing white light at the wall, it's going to make the image brighter, but a little washed out. So I should probably put this back together so that I'm not leaving this color wheel exposed, since that's not something you really want dust getting on. At first I thought, why isn't it red, green, and blue? Because can't you make every color with that? But then I thought, those are the colors of printer cartridges. Obviously without the black though, there's no reason a segment of something light passes through would be black. But it actually makes a lot of sense that it's magenta, cyan, and yellow, because printers make all the colors from that. And DLP projectors actually have like the best performance out of any projector, which is why they're used in 90% of cinemas, believe it or not. It's one of those things where it seems like, how did they actually get this to work? It takes a while to fully wrap your head around it, but once you get the idea, it's actually pretty simple. Now this is the section of the video where I say, don't plug in appliances while they're open, don't run household appliances open, especially those with an internal power supply like this one. That said, I'm going to set a horrible example and run this open. This has all the things in it that you don't want to touch. High voltage, high amperage, a glass tube filled with mercury vapor, UV light that comes out of it, spinning glass disc. There are few things, like few household appliances, that could be more dangerous. That said, I'm going to plug it in. Now, I will commend NEC. They did a lovely job of labeling this PCB. I know this is the power button. Ah, they thought about it. Okay. So what is keeping us... Oh. Well, there's a switch there. I bet I can defeat their advanced security with one piece of tape. I bet this thing's going to power on now. If it doesn't, I will be quite disappointed. Come on. Oh my god. That actually worked. That's amazing. Let me screw in the lamp all the way. We can actually see we're getting light out of the lamp. And while the color wheel is too fast to see the output of, I'm going to move it while on, and we can see, actually you can't, there you can see, we're getting an image out of it. Let me adjust. Yeah, you might be able to see it actually has dead pixels at the top. And because it's not LCD based, there's actually not much we can do about that. Those are just mirrors that, for whatever reason, aren't responding to the input to change. And as I was saying, there isn't really anything we can do about that, sadly. I'm going to keep this projector around because I got it for free and I don't care that it has a few dead pixels. It's still fun to mess around with. However, I am interested in tearing down a DLP projector, so if something goes wrong, I won't be too devastated. So we'll kill the power, and I want to try, now this is a horrible idea, please don't do this. I want to try running the color wheel, just like while the projector is open. While that's spinning up, or while the projector is warming up, rather, I'll do something else I don't advise. Taking parts out while it's running. Because I think, if I'm correct, and this is the mirror array, under here, oh, sweet. Yes, that is the mirror array. Let me shine a laser in it just to be, oh, there's our color wheel. So, it looks completely clear to the naked eye, and also probably to my 30 FPS camera. So you can see, oh Jesus, that is bright. Wow, okay. Don't look straight into that. So that's the output from the lamp, clearly, as you can see. Okay, I've turned my camera's exposure way down. Hopefully that's more viewable. So that is what is on fire. What the f*** is on fire? Why is that on fire? What the f***? Oh god. Oh, oh f***. Why did a hole get burned in this? Ow. Oh. Ah. Okay. Now I have no clue why that happened, but this caught on fire. It was smoking. So let's not set that plastic piece in front of the lamp where it's gonna get hot, and let's do this whole thing again and not burn anything, including my eyes. So as I was saying, well, looks like my assumption was correct. I'm just holding this note card, and well, now you can really see those dead pixels. We get the NEC logo, which doesn't have any color, And reminder that the color wheel's sitting right there. You can see it. It's disconnected. You know, I'm really concerned to why there is smoke rising from the... Look, there you can see it, reflecting off the lamplight. What the f*** is going on? Why is my projector on fire? I'm just gonna assume the lamp is burning off some dust, but like it's coming from there. But it's not hot here. Whatever, I won't worry about the fire. So I'm gonna play a color video through the projector with no color wheel and see what happens. Arming the VGA port in 3, 2, 1. VGA port is armed. Whoa! I was correct! Without the color wheel, it just shows the image with no color. Now, it's still projecting. I mean, the laptop screen is off. I'm just using the laptop screen as the surface upon which it projects because it's convenient. If my projector doesn't melt, which it, oh god, it did. Why does it have a bird mark on it? What caught on fire? What the hell is happening? Well, that's not good, is it? Yeah, it so appears. How does that happen? Is the light from the lamp? Oh my god, the light from the lamp is actually so Ow! It's actually so concentrated that it sets things on fire. Have you ever played with a magnifying glass, like on a sunny day, and like burned the grass? Well, that's just what happened. The projector lamp got so hot that it melted the focus adjustment, or sorry, the zoom adjustment lens, or at least the plastic cover for it. That is insane. Oh, it shut off because my tape came undone. That switch typically senses, I believe, when the lamp door is open, so that you can't hot swap the lamp and therefore burn yourself. And it's, in fact, just a black and white projector. It's actually that unimpressive. I'm surprised. Like, I thought it would do something cool. But no, it's literally just the projector without the color. Ow! Okay. So my theory is correct. So let me remind you, this is the projector doing this. If I cover up the lens, no more picture. So yeah, the color wheel is indeed making all the color. I don't have the balls to just pick up the color wheel and try and shove it back on there while it's running. Because that is glass spinning at 7,200 RPM. So if I miss, that's going to shatter. And that's basically a grenade. That will be absolutely horrible to deal with and clean up. However, I think what I can do is reseat the color wheel, and then, this time, I'm going to remove the color wheel while it's, running. I feel like I should be wearing my laser goggles to do this, because this is the brightness of light equivalent to staring into the sun. Like, if this light is bright enough to melt the edges of that plastic, God knows what it's doing to my eyes. And in fact, it's actually left some blurry spots on my vision, and you all know I don't have far to fall in terms of vision. Oh, here we go. So as we can see, it's color again, because I put the color wheel on. And it's, oh, because it's on a dark surface, it doesn't look all that good. So I'll have to turn up the brightness a bit. It's noticeably darker when going through the color wheel, and that makes sense. I mean, it's colored glass. Of course it will be dimmer. Now this is a horrible idea. Yeah, if I lift out the color wheel, it goes to black and white. I find this utterly fascinating. That if you, oh, well, I don't know what just happened there. My Core 2 Duo laptop isn't faring too well, it appears. I'm gonna be totally honest, this thing scares me. So I'm gonna whack it back together before I burn my eyes out or burn the house down. But this was a fascinating teardown. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope the new mic was good, hope the content was interesting, and most of all, hope to see you next time.